topics of exception. Now let's do some practice of programs in exception. So first write the question. Is my voice audible?
Yes.
Then start doing. First one. Write a program. Write a program to throw a null pointer exception. To throw a null pointer exception if string is not equal to India. If the string is not equal to India. Read the string from user. Read the string from user. I'm repeating the question. Write a program to throw null pointer exception if the string is not equal to India. Read the string from the user. Second one. Write a program for user defined exception to check internal and external marks. Write a program for user defined exception that check the internal and external marks. If the internal marks is greater than 40, if the internal marks is greater than 40, it raises the exception with message internal marks exceed. It raises the exception with the message internal marks exceed. If the external marks is greater than 60, if the external marks is greater than 60, it raises the exception with the message external marks exceed. Raises the exception with a message external marks exceed. Run the program appropriately. Read both the questions and try to do it fast. Chalo jaldi se. Giving you 5 minutes. કેમ શું થયું? Done, everyone? I'm presenting the screen. Let's make that programs. Who has done? Who has completed? Okay. So चलो मैं करती जाती हूँ आप लोग बताते जाना what has to be done. First program we just need to throw a null pointer exception. So class I'm giving exception in. Okay. Now public static void mean string bugs. What we need to do? We need to read the string from user. Which library I need to import? Which package I need to import? Import java dot util dot what I need to import?
Lang.
Scanner.
Scanner. So scanner. Fine. Now we need to have a scanner object. Scanner s equal to new scanner system dot in string str equal to new s dot new line. Now this thing we have to put it in try and catch. Try catch null pointer exception e system dot out dot print ln e. We can have a finally clause system dot out dot print ln work. Now what we need to have it in a try block. Main logic is in your try block. What we need to do in a try block? If str equal to India, we need to throw an exception when it is equal to India or not equal to India.
Not equal to.
But then let's have here not equal to. Throw new null pointer exception. Okay. This is what we need to do, right? Have you all done the same or not? यही करना था कि और कुछ करना है? सब सो रहे हो? Everyone is sleeping. हाँ ना, कुछ तो बोलो. If you want, you can give a message also over here. String is not India. Let's run it. चलो बताओ क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
नेक्स्ट लाइन है।
वेरी गुड, ध्यान दे रहा. बाकी सब सो ही रहे. My throat string is not India. Now let's again run with India. We can't directly do it like this. बीच में नेटवर्क चला गया था. Can you all hear now? Okay. We can't directly compare the strings like this. What has to be used? फंक्शन यूज करने पड़ेंगे. क्या फंक्शन थे? कौन सा फंक्शन यूज होता है?
String dot compare to.
Yes, string dot compare to. So we'll have to use that. इसीलिए दिखा रही हूँ, फिर भी बताते नहीं हो कि क्या करना होता है. मैं बताती हूँ कि ये करना पड़ेगा, वो आप लोगों को चेक करना होता है. str dot compare to. कंपेयर टू में टी कैपिटल आएगा, स्मॉल आएगा? कैपिटल के स्मॉल? कैपिटल. कंपेयर टू कितने आर्ग्यूमेंट्स लेगा? व्हाट आई नीड टू पास? व्हाट शुड बी माय कंडीशन? व्हाट शुड बी माय कंडीशन? कुछ बोलते नहीं हो मैम, आपको जो लिखना है आप लिखो. Now it is not giving you because we used the compare to operation. When I wrote that str not equal to India, तब बोलना नहीं चाहिए कि मैम हम सीधा नहीं कर सकते. आप लोग कुछ बोलते नहीं हो. You can't compare the string directly like equal equal and not equal to. You will have to use the function compare to. So clear with this, everyone? Okay, so now let's do another one. Next, we have to create a user-defined exception. How will we define a user-defined exception? Class my exception, or you can have Mark's exception. Extends exception. Here you can have the Mark's exception constructor. How to write a constructor of Mark's exception? चलो जल्दी जल्दी बताना है. Mark's exception. You need to pass string s super, and we can pass s. This is one type of constructor. Okay. So we can use this constructor. Now what we need to do? Class Marks public static void main string args.
इन सुपर का क्या यूज होता है?
ऊपर का मतलब क्या होता है बताओ पहला, फिर मैं उसका यूज बताती हूँ. What is super?
Parent class.
Parent class. Super is a keyword which points to a parent class. So here Mark's exception, the parent class is an parent class is exception. So exception class में उसका खुद का एक constructor है which take up a message, and when we use d.get message, that get message returns that message क्योंकि आपको आपके इस प्रोग्राम में मैसेज देना है. Internal marks exceed and external marks exceed. So that can be done easily using the get message function of a parent class exception. That's why we are passing it to the parent class. Okay, it is calling the parent class constructor, nothing else. Super is a keyword which point to parent class. Now we need to read the marks again. We need to use the scanner. Excuse me. Import java.util.star also I can do if I don't want to use scanner. Specifically scanner s equal to new scanner system.in integer m equal to s dot next int. Now what we need to do? We need to now have code in try and catch. What we need to catch? Catch Mark's exception e system dot out dot print ln e dot get message. On Thursday, we were going to have kind of an online test where I will give you the programs and I will tell anyone to present their screen and do the program. So be ready. और ये मत बोलना क्या मेरे में जावा नहीं है, ये नहीं है, वो नहीं है, तो ऑनलाइन में करने का. But you will have to execute the programs. So everyone be prepared. Let's limit it to some topics. We'll have inheritance, abstract class and interface in 3 के programs. Inheritance, abstract class and interface. Okay. Absent रहोगे 0 marks. जितने present होगे जितनों का turn आएगा accordingly I will give the marks. For your practical internals, I will be giving you marks based on the programs which you will be doing over here. Even in DBMS, we will do the queries like that. सो स्टार्ट प्रीमियरिंग DBMS नेक्स्ट वीक, जावा थर्सडे या तो सैटरडे, दो में से एक दिन पे लूंगी, और एब्सेंट तो रहना ही नहीं, या फिर सीधे 0. So now what I need to do in try, if rather we need to read 2 marks, internal marks and external marks. Internal marks, and let's read external marks. You can give the proper message that enter internal marks, enter external marks, and so on. If internal marks greater than 40, then what we need to do? Throw new marks exception with the message internal marks exceed. And if external marks greater than 60, then throw new marks exception external marks exceed. Okay, let's save this program, marks.java. Is anything remaining to do? कुछ बाकी रह रहा है? Yes or no? Have I covered up everything or something is remaining? पता नहीं, आपको जो मैम करना है करो, हम बैठे आराम से. कहाँ पे रह गया कर्ली ब्रैकेट? Have I put in proper matching parenthesis? कि कहीं रह रहा है? चेक करो, चेक करो. System.out.println e dot get message. Let's just give E what it's doing. बाद में वो भी देख लेना. Java. So marks exception, external marks exceed. And if I give both exceeding, then it will give me only one error, that external. Because जो पहले error उससे मिलेगा, because we are checking internal marks first, so it will give you the first error of internal marks, so it will not go with the error of the external marks. But if your internal marks are okay, if you give internal marks below 40 and external above 60, then it will give you external marks exceed. Okay, clear everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Now, today I want to show you the wrapper classes. Now, what are these wrapper classes? Wrapper classes basically are the classes associated with your primitive data types. Which are your primitive data types? Which are your primitive data types?
Int, k, double string.
Yes, int, short, long, float, double, char, boolean, byte. They are all your primitive data types. A wrapper class is a class associated with that primitive data types. Basically, they are your number classes. So what actually this number class help you in doing? And why we need this associated wrapper classes? So basically this wrapper classes help you converting your one type data to another. It is used for like your typecasting or converting it to a string or a string to any one of this data types. So that can be done using the wrapper classes. Okay, so let's see how to do that. There are different constructors in this wrapper classes, and we can use that. Now the question should arise where you will need it. कहाँ यूज करने की जरूरत पड़ेगी? बताओ. If your data is in string and I want to convert it to integer, then I will have to use a integer wrapper class. Now first let's see the basic data type and their corresponding classes. Byte b small, that is your primitive data type, and b capital, that is your wrapper class. Same way short is your data type, its wrapper class is s capital short. Int is your data type, its corresponding class is integer. Float, your class is f capital. Double, your class is d capital. Long, class is L capital. Because class name starts with first capital letter. Char, it's your data type, and character is your class. Boolean, your data type, B capital, that is your class. Now, all of these classes have, you can say, their own constructors and various methods associated with them. So let's see how to convert your string to these classes. String itself is a class only. We don't have any data type like string. Okay. Now suppose I want to convert a string. Suppose I have a string n equal to 1, 2, 3. Now can I do addition in this n equal to n plus 10? Is it possible?
No.
No, because it is string. Now, if I want to convert the string to integer, then how can I do that? So for that, I will have to use the integer wrapper class, and let's see how we can do that. Okay. Because that is the main usage, you can say. Okay. So first thing that we need to do is there are two methods. One is using a function which is known as parse, and one which is using the first convert your string object to the integer object, and there you take up the value of function and it will get converted to a data type. So let's see both the methods. Let's do first by parse int. Okay, so we'll do that. See here. Suppose I want to convert it into integer number equal to, we need to use a function which is known, now this parse int is a function inside a class that is your integer class. Integer dot parse int, and we can pass our string n into it. And now I can do like this: number equal to number plus 10, and it will increase the value. You can display the numbers: system dot out dot print ln number. So integer is a wrapper class. It wraps your data type int into it. Let's run that. See, our number is 133. It increased. Initially, it is a string. If you do this with a string, it's not possible. Even you can multiply it by 100, whatever manipulation you want to do, because now it's an integer. So basically, we converted our string to integer using a parse int function. Okay. Now, suppose I have floating value and I want to convert it to float. Okay, let's do that. Float f equal to, float is a wrapper class which wrap the float data type, and the function in it is parse float. It converts the string to floating value. Dot out dot print ln. You can add 10 into it. F plus 10 can be done.